Greetings, traveler.
So, like I said earlier, this is going to be a duos review. I pretty much never do these, but this was such a silly game that I do want to show it to you guys. This is also my good friend, Educated Collins, and his duo partner, Sapphire X, which are pretty much the staple guys that I recommend whenever someone in chat asks me, hey, do you play duos? Do you know where I can learn about duos? These guys are probably the best content creators out there when it comes to duos. So they're gonna go with Goya and Voon. So again, my knowledge on duos is a little limited, like not that much, because I do talk to Collins and I have played duos with RDU, but obviously I don't play it nearly as much as I play solos. Oh, so we have a freeze on the recruits because next turn the Goya is gonna probably buy the recruit and hero power a minion. Oh, it's just gonna go double picky eater, okay, to get the pair already. That's fine. Can Goya pass Timewarp minions? Probably. Not from the shop, but from the board. Probably. Do you have a duo stream planned? Not planned, but we'll probably do another one. RDU just had his son, so no rush on that. Yeah, we're thinking about doing something here. Does he want the apples? No, right. So there was a pass on the Seer from the Goya, right? Goya is played by Sapphire, so Goya passed the Seer and then got his own Seer from the spell. So we see that one teammate is staying low, and we're gonna see that that's kind of a trend in duos where one person levels, the other person stays down, sort of like cover and move, right? One person like, okay, you greed, I'll hold the fort, and then they'll do stuff where they like pass triples to the guy that's on high tier, so that they can turn like low tier triples into high tier rewards. Okay. Boone is copying. Copy scout?
Nope.
Oh, whoa, really? That's interesting. So maybe there's just too much of a delay, because both of these effects, the 5-1, which increases in gold. So when you sell it, your teammate gets extra gold. And the longer you have it on your board, the more gold your teammate gets. So I'm a little bit surprised that we're copying the 1-drop instead of, say, a scout for more economy, but probably in duos, turning the scout into a high tier minion is probably more important, and losing a turn on that is going to be too much. So that is fair. So just like copying the Dune Dweller in order to have something. Throws the spell here. Actually got the triple. Okay, I see. What do I know about this game, huh? What do I know about this game? So you get the Dune Dweller pair, obviously, because then you can triple your Dune Dweller. Duh. Plankwalker has some scaling. The rest feels bad, so I feel like we just take the 6-4. The Goya had a Dune Dweller in the shop. Ah, that does make sense. I have to pay attention to 2 boards now. That's true. Oh, he went for the spell scaling instead of the plank. Is there a payoff for spell scaling right now? Demons, I suppose. Yeah, you can play what's that called? Shadow Dancer? Oof, yeah, Shadow Dancer. The one that gives you the staff. So I guess that is a payoff where if you have Shadow Dancer, you can use that spell power. So a quick little glance at the Goya, who's pretty much always going to be, underfed, underleveled. Well, maybe not underleveled, but definitely underfed. Like the board is gonna suck because they're just shipping minions the whole time. So here it is a difference with solos where it is a bit harder to tier, but not if you have a friend like Goya who's just feeding money. That's so much money fed. Blood Barrage scales with spell power. Yeah, that's also shop buffing, right? It's kind of just like shop buffing. Okay, so we're still hanging on to this extra gold. So we're looking to get a nice power spike turn in the future with that. Not a super strong board now, because we do see a level from Voon, from Collin, so this is going to be the loss for them. Do I play Hearthstone on mobile? No. I'm just like used to looking at Chenvala Buddy and being very happy because I've been playing ballers on tier 2, but we're not doing that. So whatever he takes, he could copy, but copying Elemental or copying Henchman feels very slow and ugh. So I'm inclined to just take the Chronum and then Zephyrus? I don't know. You could copy Chenvala Buddy here and take the Chronum. You could skip the Chronum and take the Zephyrus and the Chen, but I feel like you'd rather try and get something better, so Okay, so he's going for the... Oh, I guess he can pass Chinvala, buddy. Okay. He's not going to go for the Zafira power down. That's fair. I guess he could copy to Chen Buddy and then either play both or give both to Goya. All right, now his turn is a little bit weird because you just have to buy stuff, right? You're not going to go to tier 5 because the leveling is really expensive in duos. But you're also not going to find like super key pieces, I think. Yeah, so he is buying the shiny ring because he does have a lot of spell power already. I guess that is one use for the early spell power is you can just buy a few spells. And the priestess is the same deal, right? Could you copy the Chronum? No, it gets cast immediately. As you just saw, that's the animation. Okay, so this is something that I have noticed that Collins does do, where I feel like I don't really do that anymore, where maybe that's a duos thing as well, where I think you should probably just roll instead of banking the gold. But that's maybe a solos thing, right? Where if you're playing duos, the spike might need to be more and you're a little bit, you know, you have a teammate, so it's not like your board is the only thing that counts. But I think with that much spell power, I feel like I would probably just roll and you could just hit another one of those Nagas that gives you a spell, or you could hit like another good spell or so. But probably this was like, okay, we're going to lose this one anyway. Let's just bank as much money as possible and have a good turn next turn. Right, and that does make sense. So that instinct is a little different for duos than it is for solos. Okay, so he's got that golden thing. So that's a lot of money coming in for Saf right now. 7 gold. Ascendant with his boards. Oh, he can just play. Oh, is he just going to play it himself? Yeah, I guess. Oh no, he's just going to feed. He's going to feed the Ascendant and the Chinvala buddies. Right, and he gave him a lot of gold, right? Look. Now Sapphire gives him a gold to be like, here, I'll give you gold. Send me all the Chen buddies, please. And now he does have Ascendant double Chinvala. Oh, and he's going to play Baller on tier 2. That is fun. That is a lot of fun. Oh, he also took the thing that gives him 7 units every time. Now, that is less important when you have 2 Chinvala buddies, because 2 Chinvala buddies kind of fill your shop already. But it's fair. Wait, he doesn't have the thing where... No, he doesn't have the 7 units. It is just the Chinvala buddy filling it. Because if you had the thing with your shop always has 7 units, it would be replenished. Your cam is bigger than the frame. Oh, that's because it's not my frame. Here you go. This is Collins. This is the player we're reviewing. Whoop. That'd be interesting to point out, right? Like, hey, it's like... Really? Is it bigger? Like, not by a lot, right? Like, no, it's here. It's massive. All right, so now they have this is actually really cool to see, where because of their setup they took a lot of damage, but then they had a lot of gold and they have a huge power spike turn where they moved everything onto the Goya. The Goya stayed on tier 2, and then we slammed a bunch of elementals on tier 2 with double Chinvala buddy and an Ascendant. So now it seems that the Goya is the character that is going to hold it down essentially and defend the team with the baller strategy, while probably the Voon is now looking for something really, really nasty to copy and just get, I don't know, maybe acid rainfall, or we have some spell power, maybe Urzul's with the staff to buff the shop. Oil is also really fun to buy when you're doing the baller stuff. Yeah, just oil. Nah, he kind of wants to play full board elementals, right? I think you played a 4-3, yeah. Go to 6. Okay, what are we looking for here? I guess it's just because the other guy is strong, right? I have not been rushing 6 at all this meta. But again, solos, duos, that's very different. I have not played a duos game yet. So this is a little bit of study material for when RDU and I are going to play duos again. Again, that might take a while, right? Because his son was just born. Okay, they got the sewer rat from the Timewarp boar. Okay, this board is not too weak. So maybe they are going to lose for that power level. Good trade there, though. No, we have enough, right? Okay. That was a little scary there, but we're good. Do you stream this early? Yeah, I'm a morning person. Timewarp Master Thief. Discover a minion from your last warband. It keeps stats and bonus keywords. This is the first time I've seen a chat. That is, I mean, you gotta do it, right? For the content, baby. Let's go. He has a Chronum left. Oh, that's just bugged then, right? Is that supposed to cost 3? Which it did. It was indicated that it cost 3, but okay, so that's something you just, the devs are probably gonna fix soon, right? Okay, so he gets like a free spell he's not supposed to have, but it's fine. Drakari. Drakari is like Voon's best friend, dude. This is insane. Okie dokie. So he just holds the Master Thief, and he can get 3 Master Thieves now. And if he pulls like a bad minion with a lot of stats, he can evolve it and keep the stats, right? That's kind of interesting. Oh, he's buying the Beast. He probably played Beast last game, right? Because he's not buying that for his partner, because his partner is playing Elementals. And his own board doesn't need the Panther, so I bet he's just like, okay, I'm gonna steal Beasts from my last board, so I'm gonna just grab the Panther here. Playing the Arcadis. Do you care? I feel like I probably would have just ended on Drakari and Lord of Ruins here. I feel like the Arcadis didn't need to hit the board for 5, but maybe there was a 5 he really liked. Oh, he wants to evolve it. Okay, sure. Atrocity. Play Titus for tempo. You want to play this Lord of Ruins, right? No? Really? I feel like we're like we're about to be insanely strong with Master Thieves. With a board that has a decent amount of demons, I think you have to just jam the Lord of Ruins, and because like nothing matters after this turn, right? Like you just want to save health. Like your board is going to be traded out, so I feel like you'd want to just get rid of that Naga and just play the Lord of Ruins here. Oh, I mean, that's a big boy. But wait, we have Ballers on the other board, right? Not that big, but enough, right? Oh, the Molten Rock is also sick. Yeah, Molten Rock's also sick. Didn't Collins jump off his chair? It looked like that. I don't know, maybe he's just excited. I wasn't paying attention to whether he jumped out of his chair or not. All right, 3 Master Thieves. Here we go, chat. He could hold one to copy again, but I don't think that's good. The game's gonna be over. 900 health. Yep. Easy 900 health. Ooh, wait. This is actually a tough call. I'm gonna pause that for a second because you have Rabbit Panther here, which is obviously the scaling engine. But Duo's games are really fast, and you have Immortal, which is going to take the stats from the Trigor. I don't think you take another Trigor, right? I think you take Immortal or you take Panther, because the Immortal is just a Trigor, but better. Because you can actually discover another Immortal in the next one, and that's going to be so massive. Yeah, this is where you need a little bit of Duo's knowledge. Actually, I already know that Collins is going to take the Panther, because Collins loves scaling, even if it's wrong. But I think, yeah. I think yeah, see, you could have had Immortal next to Immortal, right? So let's do the math. Immortal next to Immortal, so that's 800 health with a Trigor with 900. So let's say there's no other minion next to it, right? So that's 1700, and then the other Immortal with 800 and 1700 again. That's 2500. So give or take 2.5k health. So he is supposed, like, without doing any other scaling, which is unlikely, right? Because he's got like what, 4 turns or three turns left in the game. Okay, it's another Panther. He would have had, actually, he already had a Panther, right? So he would have definitely gotten scaling on a Trigor. Honestly, he should have like 3000 health Immortal minimum with that line. So I'm actually, yeah. I'm curious, is he gonna beat 3000 health Immortal with this line of play? Finally found your stream, not your YouTube videos. Can watch you live. Hey, General, what's up? I'm also streaming on YouTube, but yeah, I'm stream a few times a week for sure. Ooh, that shark is so much fun when you're doing this. Either way, it's like I don't mean to criticize this play, right? Even though I am. I'm more just curious for myself what the right move is. I think I would lean towards the, well, I mean, taking the Golden Wolf is definitely more fun. But I think I would lean towards the Immortal just because it's such a stupid amount of stats. It's kind of hard to get around. Also, you could technically ship the Immortal to the elemental player, because the elemental player has that molten rock, which is going to be insanely big. Yeah, that might have even been the line. Ship the immortal to the elemental guy. But then again, the elemental guy isn't, well, the Goya, right? So the Goya isn't big enough to upset the Lasher value, but then again, he's not playing the immortal. Yeah. I think it's fine. I mean, he's not losing, right? Let's be honest. It's turn 10 and he just got 3 massive minions, of which he's holding 1 in his hand. So probably one's Bran, kind of like Rylak, but it's a bit harder to do. Oh, roll for Bran first, right? Okay, he's not. This hurts me. This hurts me physically, chat. I'm just like, what if we roll a Bran? Think of the Brandon. Will somebody think of the Brandon? Okay, we're just gonna like buy beasts, sure. Buy all beasts? Question mark. Is he gonna hold the immortal for copy? He could. He could. Oh, that's disgusting, yeah. Yeah, as long as he's above damage cap, he could copy the immortal. You're definitely right. Then he would have had golden immortal, right? That is a bit awkward. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, I kind of like this then. Well, you could have taken the Lasher then still though, right? But then you scale your existing Lasher. I don't know. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. There's our Bran. Pepe Hams. Bran is your favorite amalgam. Yeah, fits every comp. Yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong with a Golden Wolf, right? If we're being honest. Oh, his game crashed. Or he's reconnecting. I don't know. Now, I do know that Duos does get some stupid animations where the fights go forever, so I'm not going to hold that against them. The right one is any of them. For the first one? No, the first one is Lasher, right? But on the other one, yeah. Another Lasher, sure. Just cutting the new Zao. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You could argue that the new Zao plays around Scam a little bit better, but it's fine. Yeah, that Molten Rock is getting massive. The play might be copy Immortal and give it to the Molten Rock guy, right? Yeah. That's like always win. Yeah, that's sort of a guaranteed GG. Actually, no, it's the final fight. They can't copy Immortal. Damn it. I mean, he can play Immortal himself, but the Molten Rock is bigger, I think. Depends on how good of a turn the Goya is going to have. But yeah, it definitely looks like he is figuring out Immortal positioning for himself right now. 1.3. I guess the Immortal has more health on this board? No, the other thing's about the proc, right? Yeah, I think Immortal was actually supposed to be passed, but again, maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe Goya doesn't want to sell stuff as badly because we have an empty board slot, right? Which is fair. If you have an empty board slot and the Goya would have to get out of a card, then that is pretty awkward. Let's look at his Immortal. 3.3k. I think we might be bigger with the other line, yeah. Because we would have not had Golden Panther, but we would have still had 2 regular Panthers to scale with. And then you slam 2 Immortals. But then again, if you have the plan of copying the Immortal, then it's fair to say, oh, let's just grab the Wolf. Because I'm going to have 2 Immortals anyway. That's 30 damage. Wow, that's so silly.